Hello, my name is Martina from RealEye. Nice to meet you. Today I'm going to show you how to connect RealEye studies in order to test more than one shop shelf. So we start with creating a new study in our dashboard. Shelf testing. Perfect. Let's name this study shelf number 1. And we need to enable the external tool integration. Perfect. I'm going to get back to this step right now. Let's just remember that this needs to be checked. Perfect. We can go to the next step. And here we upload our products to the shelf. Let me select all of those images. Perfect. On my shelf, I can remove background from the product. I can resize it. I can multiply the number of it. So it's going to be 3 next to each other, and also add the 3D effect. Let's say 5, perfect. And I can also drag and drop this product to put it on some other place on the shelf. So perfect. I can also change the number of shelves to have, let's say, 5 of them. And also we recently introduced a new function so that our participants can finish the test on purchase. So I'm going to enable this function right now. And let's select participants so we can run the study. Perfect, we have our shelf number 1 ready. So what we do now is we create another study. We name it shelf number 2. You can create as many shelves as you need. Just remember that for each shelf that you want to redirect to another shelf, you need to enable the external tool integration. For the purposes of these instructions, I created 2 shelves. So from shelf number 1, I want to redirect participants to shelf number 2, and shelf number 2 is my last shelf. So I do not have to enable this right now, okay? But if I created shelf number 3 and wanted my participants to be redirected to shelf number 3, I would have to enable the external tool integration. Perfect. So let me go next. Again, I can upload some products. At this time, it's going to be this beverage. Let me finish on purchase as well. And again, select participants, and study is ready to run. All right, so now we have 2 studies, shelf number 1, shelf number 2, and we want our participants to be redirected from shelf number 1 to shelf number 2. What we need to do is to go to shelf number 2, copy the participation link, get back to the list of our studies, and in shelf number 1 study setup, in external tool integration, in finish URL, we paste the link that we copied. But this is not all, because right now, when participants finish shelf number 1 and they're going to be redirected to shelf number 2, they would have to read the instructions again. If we want to skip the instructions, we need to add a suffix to this link. So what we need to do now is we're going to our support, skipping study instructions, And we need to copy this suffix. Okay, now I have to paste it in here. So this has to be after the question mark. And our redirection is ready. So I can click Save. And right now, I can copy the participation link for shelf number 1 and test if the redirection works as expected. So we have instructions in here. I'm going to click Next, agree to terms of service, enable the camera, perfect. And here's the calibration process. This is the validation after calibration, and we are ready to test shelf number 1. In here we have 5 shelves, several different products. They were randomly placed, and I can click to zoom in. I can add to cart, and then my study is finished. So my name is Martina. I can go next. Perfect. And as you can see, I was immediately redirected to study number 2. Here in the link is my suffix. So I am ready to test shelf number 2. Again, I need to undergo the calibration. All right, validation after calibration, and we have shelf number 2. In here we only have one product. Let me pick it up. Let me add it to cart, which will finish the study. Perfect. So my name is Martina again. And the experiment is finished. So right now I can close this tab, get back to my study dashboard, refresh the page, and in here I have data for study 1, but when I go to the list of my studies, I can see that for shelf number 2, the data was also collected. So this is it. Thank you very much. I hope this guide was helpful and you now know how to connect several RealEye studies. In case you have some questions or you need further help, just let us know. Bye. Have a good day.